on continuation of the Evolution series. Let's go and think closer. Let's look a bit more in depth into the renders and animations and entrances of your favourite WWE superstars. Let's look at a bit of deja vu. You know what, let's call it debut vu, because Kane, the big red monster, has been in WWE for 20 years. This was one of his first entrances in a video game. This is from WWF Attitude. He was in WWF Warzone, and that's where we're going to show the gameplay footage from. But the Warzone entrance is quite frankly abysmal. It's like SmackDown 1 abysmal. It's just them at the top of the entrance ramps doing their signature sort of item and then walk off. It's like TNA Impact but in PS1 graphics. It's hardly substantial, whereas the entrance there is quite notable. So, Warzone, gameplay-wise, was fairly difficult in the sense of button combinations. But once you memorize the button combinations, and there was never more than 3 moves on a D-pad of that nature, then you were able to perform some maneuvers. And for a PS1 game, you can pretty much tell that's Kane. It helps by having a masked man with a notable striking signature attire, and that's exactly what Kane was about. Now you see Goldust there is pretty good as well. Bear in mind, this is a PS1 game. It's been upscaled using a PS3 for high definition purposes. And moveset wise for Kane, for the most part, I mean, bar that gut wrench powerbomb, which just seemed completely out of place, he had a decent moveset. But to increase move productivity, a lot of superstars had moves that they shouldn't have really have got. But it's a video game. They weren't trying to go for massive realism here at this point. They were trying to make this sort of weird hybrid mixed up with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and all that natures. There's the tombstone, which, bar the quick pin, is not a bad animation full stop. As we compare to WWE 2K17, oh my god, what was there? He wins by total blowout. Well, if only they did that to the Fire when he was young. Then we get to East Rutherford, New Jersey for WWE 2K17, and we're using the Raw 98 arena, much like the Warzone arena. Entrance with Titantron. There's one little flaw with this entrance, and you'll see it plain as day when Kane's name pops up. If we're in the 90s, I do not believe there was Twitter. Okay? So why does he need a hashtag? Why does he need to put a Twitter profile name? Makes no sense why that gets included. Kane though, Mask Kane here, looks very, very good. Most people prefer the old Kane. It's why you see in WWE video games normally the unmasked version and then the masked version, sometimes as alternate attire and sometimes as a completely separate character. And this was the case in 2K17 where he was a separate character, which for all intents and purposes is sort of correct because Kane did face himself, albeit it was Festus, Doc Gallows, but it was Kane versus Kane. So you could, in theory, say it's real life if that were to happen in the WWE ring. It's not like it's Cactus Jack versus Mick Foley where you wouldn't see the two people in the ring at the same time. Maybe in an interview room, but certainly not in the ring at the same time. Although that would be the craziest thing ever. Matt Hardy should do that. Broken Matt Hardy should do that right now, in fact. Moveset for Kane pretty much hasn't really changed over the years, but that claw hold that Unmasked Kane used or remasked Kane and Corporate Kane, which is still a SIG. I don't understand. It's stupid. The chokeslam is a very good animation. He had terrible animations for several years, but it certainly is a good one now. And the tombstone is an old animation as well for SmackDown series purposes. It does the job. It's very much like the Warzone one in many respects. And it hurts. It looks like it's striking. R-Truth didn't like it. And it does the favourable spiking of death. Although having Kane's tombstone pin might have been the icing on the cake. But they could always add that in another year. Having lots of gameplay footage recording through the Evolution series, we can do lots more of these series. If you want to see it, please leave a like, please leave a comment. Maybe you want me to do some more fact checking with the games that are being used. I would love to hear your suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe, check the evolution videos, the RKO, the super kick, the pedigree, which is the best video so far in the series, and we'll see you very soon for more gaming goodness. Here's Kane, Mass Kane, yeah. Oh yeah, my much preferred Kane. Definitely didn't say many things, he just kicked some big booty. Ohs. And death. All the flames. And I'm surprised R-Truth wasn't scared by that. One of the best ways to end the match. Hellfire and brimstone. See you later.